Long before America was colonized, an ancient civilization inhabited this remote and secluded land. Pictographs on these canyon walls reveal many outstanding events in their lives. Spanish explorers had a profound effect upon this early Navajo civilization when they introduced cattle, goats, horses, and sheep, changing these agricultural people into semi-nomadic herders. The long hostilities with the federal Bluecoats ended in 1868 with a treaty establishing the Navajo Reservation, which has gradually increased to 16 million acres, nearly 4 times its original size. The Navajos struggled with poor soil conditions and drought for nearly 3/4 of a century until World War II erupted and provided off-the-reservation jobs for nearly 15,000 Navajos. After the war, they returned to their reservation to find a meager existence, raising sheep, crop farming, weaving, and receiving occasional part-time work off the reservation. Then, in the 1950s, the picture changed. Major petroleum companies discovered large deposits of oil and paid the tribe millions of dollars for drilling rights. Soon, additional royalties were being paid for crude oil pumped to New Mexico and the West Coast. Rather than distribute these oil royalties on a per capita basis, the council invested the funds in programs for the entire tribe. A plan was developed to meet the basic needs of the Navajo people. A plan to create roads, bridges, hospitals, schools, and employment.
Budget the Schneego.
Highway construction through wilderness areas opened new land for travel and business opportunities. Through the efforts of the Tribal Council and the U.S. Public Health Service, hospitals and health clinics were built. Overall emphasis was placed upon improving educational facilities. For those children living beyond the local school bus, a boarding school system was developed. 49 such schools are now located on the reservation. These boarding schools provide preschool classes for children who don't understand English, so they may gain confidence and some degree of fluency before entering first grade. By the time the children have reached the 8th grade, their academic level is on a par with the standards found at most American schools. When students graduate from high school, they are given a chance to attend college under a $10 million scholarship fund established by the Tribal Council. After college, the Navajo is encouraged to return to the reservation and use his training to contribute to the progress of the entire Navajo tribe.
Do you see then that time is the direct object, and leisure tells us what kind of time it is?
In a continuing program, the Tribal Council promotes development of tribal-owned businesses and encourages industries to locate on the reservation where unemployment remains a serious problem. Tribal-owned industries have made great strides. There has been a steady rise in jobs and income for the tribe. The Navajo Tribal Utilities Authority has expanded power services to both industrial and private consumers. Electricity is now available on most of the reservation. Tribal assistance offices provide the Navajo with personal services and guidance. Home economists and nutritionists help with home planning and diet. Adult education is offered in building trades and vocational skills. The Navajo forest products industry, established in the late 1950s, produces more than 43 million board feet of lumber a year, shows good profits, and employs approximately 430 Navajos. Logging is done on a carefully controlled basis to ensure a continuing crop of lumber from virgin timber. Tribal council efforts were realized as private industries began locating on the reservation. General Dynamics was among the first to establish a manufacturing plant here. The potential of the large Navajo manpower pool made this a sound business venture and represented a positive step to help relieve widespread unemployment. The significance of this event was noted in excerpts from the dedication speech delivered by Raymond Nakai, chairman of the Tribal Council.
I wonder what our ancestors who roamed this area so many years ago may be thinking as they look down from heaven on this ceremony today. I am sure that they may be a little puzzled and perhaps bewildered at the events that are taking place today on the sleepy plains where once they chased game and fought the bluecoats of the federal government. It is a little startling and indeed appropriate that here in this beautiful setting there should arise this magnificent industrial plant of one of America's outstanding corporations. And I want to congratulate General Dynamics in their wise decision to locate here at Fort Defiance, Arizona.
These employees have completed a 6-week training course and have passed an examination in the techniques of soldering, welding, and assembly of electronic components. Training is administered by the state of Arizona under the Manpower Development and Training Act. Only 9 supervisors from General Dynamics are needed to direct the work of the Navajo employees in the production of highly sophisticated electronic assemblies. In a short time, these people have established a high degree of productivity with an excellent level of quality. Not long ago, they were among this country's unemployables. Navajo hands, applying inherent manual dexterity, expertly assemble electronic components. The same hands that produce world-famous Navajo blankets and silver jewelry. A skillful craftsman for many generations, the Navajo is adjusting to the demands of a different era, the space age. Having struggled through generations of adversity, the Navajo faces a more promising future. More industrial developments and prosperous tribal-owned businesses are helping him achieve a more productive and rewarding life. Although there is much to be done, American industry, together with Navajo skills and initiative, has created a good beginning. A beginning which will enable the Navajo to go forward with dignity and self-respect in a modern space-age society.